Hello everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane Installer with a 6-month prediction. So we're going to be looking at what's going to be happening for you over the course of 2020. So we have about 6 months left of 2020. Let's find out what's happening for you. And that's what this reading is going to be all about. So we have 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I, definitely encourage you to use your intuition to find the pile that's, you feel drawn to the most. And you'll find the timestamps down below in the description box. Also, I do want to say I have a new setup, as you can see. Let me know if you like it. I just needed a change. I went to Joann's and bought some fabric. I went to Hobby Lobby, got some lights, a new candle holder. I already had this one. I was like, you know what? I need a change. And look at the little otter. Darlene got me those. Thank you, Darlene. I can finally use them. And oh, there's one over here. I had some on the candle holders, but then I don't want them to light on fire or something because these do get hot. So, yeah. I want to say thank you. Oh, and guess what we're going to be using for the tarot today? We're going to be using the Golden Girls tarot cards. Thank you, Michelle. You got that off the wish list, and I really appreciate it. I'm pretty excited. I haven't even used it in a personal reading yet, so I didn't get to use it in yours because I did yours before it even came. So you'll finally get to see it in some action. So I hope you like this reading, Michelle. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody else who's been getting things off the wish list. Isabella. We're also using the Enchanted Blossoms that Isabella got the channel. So thank you, Isabella. And I just did your reading and we talked about it a little bit. I need to reply back to you, actually. And then, who else? Yeah, I think... Well, I'm sure that there are other things. Oh. Okay, so I'm not going to say her name. But why... You gave a donation to the channel, and it was like melted my heart. I literally jumped when I got the notification. I emailed you already saying thank you, but I just wanted you to know that I used it to buy this deck off of Etsy. So thank you. That's where the money went. And some stickers, actually. Not these stickers. I haven't got the stickers in the mail, but I got this deck, which is one I've been really wanting, and it was the last one in stock. So yay! Thank you. So take care, everyone. I'm wishing you a blessed and happy rest of your 2020, however you say it, okay? So, lots of love and see you in your reading. Okay, so if you've chosen pile number 1 with Little Miss Panda Positive Vibes, this is your reading. Isn't she cute? So let's go on positive vibes, folks. Let's get into your reading. So, I've got a bunch of oracle cards. And I'm going to go ahead and show them to you, lay them out. We've got memory with the forget-me-not. We've got fortuity. So it seems like some good fortune coming your way. We've got what do you need to release. Your hard work is paying off. The lilies. I'll put these up here. The keys. Ask your angels. I might have to move this away. Mountain. And loosen your grip. We also have some tea cards as well. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I'm trying to look at my camera. Oh, I think I have room over here. There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay. So, not July. Jeez Louise. So for the rest of your 2020, we've got, okay, first of all, I see that many of you, we have memory in what you need to release. I think that a lot of you are going to be releasing certain people or issues or addictions in the, over the course of the rest of the year. I see a lot of release coming towards you, and maybe perhaps for some of you, you may be doing some like memory regressions or getting old memories coming back. Popping up into your head with all these retrogrades that are coming, have been going on. I know Mercury retrograde is about to go away, but we'll have another Mercury retrograde, I think I want to say October or November, but, and then we also have, Saturn, retrograding back, so again, you guys might be, figuring out what you need to release before Saturn moves on. What kind of habits have you not been releasing? It's definitely something to look at, and I feel like that's what a lot of you will be doing. Yeah, Mercury retrograde is going to be October 13th, the next one. Okay, so let's see. That's my little notebook. I also see that many of you have been really working hard on something. It says your hard work is paying off, new moon and Capricorn. So fortune coming your way is amazing. You guys are actually going to have some good luck, and I feel like a lot of it is going to be of your own, of your own doing. You've been putting in some kind of effort, and you're going to be getting the rewards back. And again, for some of you, it's like you might be just putting out those positive vibes, or you're like attracting things to you. And now, of course, to attract things, you don't always have to be in 100% positive vibes. Actually, Supermoon Tarot just did a wonderful video on law of attraction and manifestation. And you don't always have to be like super duper happy. And I was telling in the comments, like, I've manifested in like really crappy situations before. So don't limit yourself by thinking you have to be perfect, or that your mood has to be perfect in order to manifest. Okay, guys? Now with Mountain, I'm gonna have to open up the guidebook here because, yeah. It says, sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is a time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So there we go. For some of you, it's like you've been trying to accomplish something. And again, look at this right next to it. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in, and ask your angels. I think a lot of you really should be connecting with your spirit guides, and many of you might be actually getting, to go God, Goddess, whatever, you feel drawn to. There might be a spiritual, following a more spiritual path might help you too, in terms of getting around things and making sure that you're feeling like you've got the help that you need. And again, when you let go and you loosen that grip, just like it says, you can flow around these issues without so much trouble. We have someone will try to make you do something against your will. So for some of you, you might have people in your life that try to get you to do what they want you to do. Okay, they might do this directly or indirectly, okay? Sometimes it can be by snarky, underhanded comments. It could be directly trying to force you or talk you into something that you don't want to do. And these could be parents, friends, people you know. It really could be anything. But one thing I want to say here with the lilies is that you need to make sure that you are, believing in your own self-worth. And as well as the lilies, what was I looking? I was looking at the little meanings earlier of this. And it's not lilies like Lenormand lilies. This is different. It says, it shows a possession of high standards. And that's the thing. You have high standards, guys. And you need to be showing those off in, the rest of this year. During the period of the rest of this year, show off your high standards to people and don't let them boss you around. Especially if it's doing something that you don't want to do. Okay? And as well with the keys, by the way. The keys actually represent, let me see here. I think it's like, yeah, it's a wish will be fulfilled. So some kind of wish is coming towards you, which is interesting because we have that fortuity. So again, it might feel like a lucky wish comes to you. We also have handshake, and it says a meeting with a stranger could be important. So some of you might be encountering a stranger over the next 6 months that's going to play some kind of important role. And then we have June. So for some of you, maybe this is an indication that you've been born in June, you're dealing with somebody from June over the next 6 months, or there's something that has to do with June that's going to be kind of playing out over the rest of the year. Now that's of course going to be individual to you guys that are watching. Do you know what I mean? So apply it as necessary, as it fits, I guess. And then we have dog, protection from a powerful friend. So it seems that you guys have a friend in your midst that's really willing to go to bat for you. And we should always be thankful for those people because, it's not easy to find that. It's easy to find fake friends. They're a dime a dozen, but not a real friend. And it seems like you guys have a powerful friend that really is out to protect you and be there for you. And if you don't know who that person is, they're coming in. So that's really good. So let's see. What do we want to ask? I want to see, okay, for the general energy of those that chose pile number 1, Spirit, what do they need to release? What do they need to release? The Moon, fears, doubts. Wow, I love it. We have the waning moon, and then we have a moon over here. So fears and doubts that you've been hanging on to and not letting go of. People that aren't authentic as well. People that go behind your back. That's something that you definitely need to let go of. As well as, again, some of you might be dredging up old memories and facing them. Let's see what else we've got. Judgment. So definitely a new dawn is coming for you guys. Judgment's all about an awakening, a new phase, a rekindling. So it's like you guys are going to release that, and it's like you're in an all new phase. It's almost like a second Fool card in a way, because it's just like, okay, I've done my lessons, I've done my time, I've learned these things, and I'm going to be going on to something better and greater. Okay. So for some of you, again, I'm having old memories. Some of you might be getting past life memories coming back to you over the course of this year. Maybe some of you will be doing meditations or trying to get in touch with your past life memories. Maybe for some of you, there have been blockages in accessing these memories. And here we have the Magician. Look at that. So lots of power and manifestation power too, for sure. With that fortuity, I think that you guys are going to be bringing in a lot of manifestations. And understanding your true power. Again, with the keys too, it was all about luck. So let's see. I mean, that's honestly what I'm seeing here, guys. I don't see much more. Let's see. Tell me more about the meeting with the stranger, Spirit, for those that chose pile number 1. Who could this person be for the majority? Summarize his energy for pile number 1. Who is this stranger? Who is this stranger? Six of Wands. Best Friend of the Year awards. That's adorable. Temperance. Queen of Cups. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, this could be a feminine energy. This could be somebody that's actually recognized, and it doesn't mean that it will be necessarily an international celebrity. But for some of you, you might meet somebody or who has done something that you want to do, who has recognition for something, and it might inspire some of you to actually take a new path. For some of you, might actually meet somebody who expands your view and who helps you understand what you want to do in life. Again, this person is open, kind, and caring. She has herself together. She's got inner peace and tranquility. Maybe you just see somebody like that. Sometimes there are people that you get and you just see them and you're like, man, I love that person's vibe. And you know what? That's what I want. You know, that's what I want to be. Reminds me of son-in-law when he's like, that's what I'm going to be. Or he says something like that. I can't remember. But let's get one of these. One more card for you guys. What does pile number 1 need to know for the rest of 2020? Spirit, what message do you have for those that chose pile number 1? What do they need to know to guide them through the rest of 2020? Embrace your inner and outer beautiful qualities. So remembering you guys have lots of beautiful qualities on the inside and the outside. Remember to embrace these, okay, as you write out the rest of this year. Appreciate yourself inside and out, okay? Love yourself. And again, for some of you, if you're not feeling lovable and beautiful, just ask your angels for help. Ask for guidance. Ask for, maybe a blessing of confidence if you need it. And make sure you're keeping people around you that make you feel beautiful. Okay, if people aren't treating you around, and that might be what you need to release. If you have people around you that don't make you embrace yourself, show them the door. That's what I'm saying. It's Mars and Aries season, guys. So let's be rough. No, don't. But do it nicely, But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to have a fun Mars and Aries, because since I have all the Aries in my chart, who knows what's going to happen. We'll see if I explode like a firework by the end of it. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next time. Wishing you a beautiful rest of the year. Oh yeah, and if you guys want a personal reading, all that information is down in the description box below. There is a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading. And then there's also, as well, my Amazon wish list. Anybody who gets something off my wish list always gets a reading as a thank you for the appreciation. So thank you guys again, and take care. Bye-bye. Hello, hello. If you chose pile number 2 with the Keep Dreaming little 8-ball, this is your reading. So guys, keep dreaming over the rest of the course of the year. So let's see what's coming towards you guys. What can you expect for the rest of the 2020? Let's look. So you've got dreams. So a lot of you will be fulfilling dreams, working on dreams, and coming up with your dreams, scheming on your dreams. Dreams are going to be a big thing. Some of you might be having more dreams. I wonder if some of you might have Mars transiting your 12th house. It might be a time where you're going to be experiencing a lot of dreams, a lot of things coming up to the surface. That's not going to be for everyone, of course. Who would that be? That would be for Taurus risings. Would have 12th house Mars transits right now. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. We've got lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Ooh, okay, that's the thing. I think for some of you, especially for those of you that are Taurus risings, some of you might be really more prone to get into some past life stuff, okay? Some of you might be really remembering other lives or working on that or being driven. You might be having old memories dredged up and, coming out of the what is it? I don't know what I'm saying. Out of the, I wanted to say like the woodwork. There we go. We have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. And some of you could be having Mars in the 8th house transits and really working through some negativity and some, stuff like that. If you had Aries in the 8th house, what would that make that would make you, what, Cancer rising, right? Wait, or Virgo rising. Wow, hold on. Yeah, I think Cancer, right? No, Virgo rising. Sorry. Yeah, that'd be right. So, fickleness. Look for a sign. Movement in reverse. Let's see here. Why do I feel like I have less cards than I did last time? Interesting. We've also got woman, bull, crib, and rose. Okay, we'll get into some of the other stuff here, guys, but I'm going to just start over here. I'll get into the T cards in a minute. So definitely dreams. I see that a lot of your dreams are going to be a big focus for the rest of the year. Some of you, okay, for some of you, and I feel like a lot of you haven't quite figured out what your dream is, and you might be working through that, because some of you, maybe it hasn't been released quite yet, or you're still kind of having some negativity about your dreams not manifesting in the way that you want. You might not feel like there's enough movement, perhaps. Now, I want to go ahead and read that movement in reverse card really fast. This is a new deck, so I kind of still got to use the guidebook. I've been using it a lot in private, like personal readings, trying to get a hang of it, but some cards seem to come out more often than others. So it says, do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. So some of you, okay, and this might not be the fun thing to hear, but some of you might be dealing with some fickleness, and this could be from other people or yourself, okay? Just try to look at whether you're being fickle when it comes to, the way you progress. Don't let, some kind of little setbacks, screw your whole gig up, okay? One thing I was going to say is that, like, if you think of the board game Candyland, right? There's like an ending, and along the way you have like different little pitfalls, and sometimes it sends you back, but then sometimes it could actually be a good thing, right? If you get sent back, if you go through like whatever, the mudslide or whatever the heck it is, there's all kinds of, I can't remember all the places, but sometimes there's those times when you get into that spot and it like puts you back and you're behind everyone. But then you roll again, you get your next chance, and then you get to the place that actually boosts you ahead of everyone. So remember, guys, when it seems like you're taking 5 steps back, sometimes that's for a good reason. sometimes it's actually going to bring in things that are way more better for you. And we have look for a sign. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be getting signs about, in your dreams, about your future perhaps, about how to move forward, about how you can release, you know, the negativity that you have been holding on to in some kind of way, in terms of whether it's negativity against yourself. For some of you, this might be fickleness against yourself. Okay, you might be not really thinking of yourself in the highest light. You might be, I'm not pretty enough to do this, you know, me. I'm not pretty enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not young enough, I'm not blah, blah, blah enough. There's like a fickleness here, and it might be keeping you from moving forward. And when you get in there and you dig in deep into that like 8th house crap, you know, in that Scorpio, Pluto stuff, and you really dig in deep, you're going to uncover a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of stuff sometimes we don't want to face. And it's important for you to face that over the course of the next, you know, 6 months, because I feel like it's going to help you come out of this funk, okay? And if you guys have felt that funk. For others of you, though, it might be that, yeah, things aren't going that great. For some of you, it's going to be, of course, more extreme than others. But we also have woman. So it says dealings or relationship with a woman. So some of you might be dealing with friendships, relative, you know, friendships, a relative relationship, you know, a romantic relationship with a woman. For some of you. And then we have bull. Do not back down from opposition. So strength and fortitude. Again, it's time to release negativity. If you have people that are in opposition from, you know, in opposed to what you're doing, and they're not really, you know, supporting you in a positive way, perhaps you have fickle people around you that, you know, you need to say, you know what, I'm not going to be here for that. You know, especially if it's just bringing you down and not helping you achieve your dreams. We also have crib, so birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So some of you are actually going to have a child, conceive perhaps, or it could be a birth. Some of you might be pregnant right now, some of you might be conceiving, but some of you might be conceiving a business or some kind of idea for the future. And this could be where that dream comes in, you know, in birthing something. And we also have rose. Romance is in the air. So it seems like you guys are going to have some romance coming for you in, you know, throughout the rest of the year. For those of you that are interested in women, some of you might be attracting in the woman of your dreams. We also have the ring and the pig. So I'm just going to have to look up. I know the ring is about marriage and commitment, obviously. Yeah. So for those of you that are, you know, in a marriage, this is indicating that you guys are going to have a wonderful marriage. Okay, things are going to be going fairly well for you. And for others of you, it might be some kind of a commitment coming towards you as well. And then we have the pig. Now the pig, wow, the pig. The pig brings luck and success in all undertakings. Let's see. If it lies near... Look at that. If it lies near number 18, it brings luck in personal matters. Okay, so for a lot of you are going to have some luck coming towards you, okay, with this combination. Sorry, I'm learning the new deck that I got. But yeah, it seems like some of you are going to be having some more luck. Others of you, I feel like there's going to be some kind of commitment, or for those of you, like I said, that are married, I see good things coming in, and maybe like peaceful times in your relationships. Now, let's get into some tarot. And let's see. For those of you that are here for romance, let's see what could be coming for those who are having romance come into their life. What is coming for those spirit, those people? The Hanged Man, a spiritual connection. This guy doesn't look very spiritual, does he? These cards are kind of funny to take seriously. Just to be real. I love it. The Hermit. So some of you might have been a little bit held back in relationships. Maybe you felt stagnant, things weren't moving forward, but I do see a spiritual, you shine. Look at this, she's like shining a light on him. I feel like a lot of you are shining a light on and you're actually inviting in a spiritual connection. The Hanged Man is somebody who could change your point of view. It's usually something that, I will say that with the Hanged Man and the Hermit, it may be a little bit unusual. Sometimes with the Hermit too, this could, in the Hanged Man, it could indicate something that hasn't been able to get off the ground that starts to get off the ground as well for some of you. Yeah, there might finally be some kind of movement. There could be a distance here for some of you, or maybe you guys haven't been around each other very much. Some of you might be getting married actually as well, or having some kind of big transition together as a couple if you're in a couple. Let's see. So yeah, some of you might meet somebody on your travels as well. You might have like a little romance fling. And I feel like some of you won't even be expecting it here with the Hermit. It's like this person just pops out of nowhere. You might have to like give up on it and you're like, this isn't going to happen. And then bam, Wheel of Fortune. Here they come. Like kind of like a shift in luck, and like it's just kind of unexpected. So for those of you that are like, love, yeah, right. Love shmub. Yeah, it's going to be unexpected for you. Can't say, I would definitely say that it feels like a spiritual vibe, like I said, with the Hanged Man here. But sometimes that can be a little bit of an unpredictable energy. But it does feel to me that you guys are going to end the year in some kind of partnership or some kind of love situation. There's definitely going to be something going on for you guys in terms of love as the year completes. Anything else? Okay. Especially for those of you that where there's been a distance or a parting or something, I could see it coming back together, like a new phase. Let's see, what else do we want to ask Spirit? Okay, what kind of luck is coming in for those that chose pile number 2? Those that chose pile number 2, what kind of luck is coming their way over the course of the 2020? 8 of Cups came out twice. Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure the first time, and there we go. It came back out. So you're going to have the chance to really walk away from something. That's actually some of the luck here. But I feel like it's going to lead you towards... The 8 of Cups is really about knowing when to leave something. Even if it seems like it has a lot to offer, you just know deep in your heart it doesn't. And when you let go of that stuff, you know what I mean? It's like when you move forward, that's when you start to find your new path and things start to happen for you. Some of you, again, might be... The luck is that you guys are finally going to have that ability to kind of, change things and detach a little bit. For some of you, that might be lucky because some of you have had a hard time ending something or coming to some kind of completion. For others of you, there might be a travel opportunity. That might be the luck. Or there might be some kind of an unexpected maybe education. So maybe some of you are going to take a course or something that kind of pops up and it's like a lucky break. Like some kind of, some kind of maybe educational course or something, or like webinar, or like, like a master class or something. King of Pentacles. So some of you, this is going to be financial gains. Especially for those of you who maybe have already started a business already, or are working on things, you might be getting to a better place financially, seeing some money come in. And for some of you, this might be actually a person, an earth sign type of person, a stable, committed relationship. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you with the moon here aren't going to see these things coming. So for a lot of you, you're like, no way, Jose. And guess what? It's going to happen. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 2. I really hope that this reading gave you some kind of something to look forward to in terms of the rest of the year. I hope that it gave you some guidance, and I hope it gave you some encouragement. And that's my, partially my goal. I want to be honest, of course, but yeah. I would love if, you guys gave me a like if you want, if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want. Turn on the notification bell. I always forget to say all that stuff. But yeah, if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. There's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading, and as well there's my Amazon wish list, and I always do a reading for anybody who gets something off my Amazon wish list. So that's always an option for some of you if you like the gift giving or you want to see a certain deck on the channel. And it's all the same. I always give a video reading, an unlisted video reading. So all of my readings are like that, whether it's Amazon or Etsy. So with that being said, guys, like I said, have a blessed rest of your year. I'm wishing you all the best positive vibes, and you're going to get through anything, okay? Lots of love. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 3 with this cute little unicorn, this is your reading. Isn't it cute? It's like a sleepy unicorn. Hopefully that doesn't mean you guys are going to be sleepy. So let's see what's happening for those of you that chose group number 3. What can you expect coming up over the course of the rest of the year? So we have confidence. A lot of Mars energy, guys. Mars is going to be in Aries, in its ruler. Like in that sign that it's meant to be in. Well, where it's strongest at, over the course of the rest of the year up until January. So, for some of you, this might be hitting parts of your charts where you're going to be having a lot more confidence in certain areas. Definitely look at where Mars is transiting. We have the Bride, and we have the Switch. We also have activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. That's interesting. Whenever I think of ley lines, I think of World of Warcraft, because I used to do this stupid quest where there were like ley lines and I could not figure it out. Okay, destiny. I love that. It says trust where you're led. Destiny. Some of you are being led over. You're already on the path. Well, I mean, obviously we're always on the path, but some of you guys are really going to need to trust the universe that where you're at over the course of this year is where you're meant to be in order to align with your destiny. Okay. We have communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. And we have confidence is your key to success. So 2 confidence cards coming out, guys. Confidence is important for you. We also have magic stream in reverse. And improving health. So for some of you that have been feeling like maybe like your health's gone down the toilet and you haven't been feeling that good, I feel like a lot of you, especially with Mars, maybe you guys are feeling more energy. Maybe things are starting to improve for you. For those of you that have health problems, maybe you come across something that's going to just kind of boost your health a bit. So I like that. And this could be mental health. It could be physical health, right? Just depends. We also have happiness. So a lot of happiness coming to you guys. October. So something in October is coming. For some of you, this might be a birthday in October, or it could be a trip coming up in October or something. Fair man. So dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And we have scissors. Disappointment in some affair. And table. Hard work ahead. Okay, we'll get into these cards. Let's just get into the oracle cards first. Okay, so definitely, like I said, there's some kind of destiny that's being unfolded right now for you guys. I feel like some of you might actually start to see what your destiny is or what you feel led to in terms of your destiny. For those of you that have, and some of you might be finding that confidence. You see that sun rising. It's like that sun energy. It's very masculine and go for it and ambition. And some of you might be really ready to kind of take that path. You finally are getting, that courage to join school or start something new or quit your job and get something that you want to get. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are taking steps. I feel like you're going to have that confidence. For some of you, communication is going to be something that you're feeling much more confident about. You might be able to kind of ask for what you want or, say what you want, and come out and say what you want. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and read Magic Stream in reverse because I'm still learning this deck. So we've got, in a reverse position, the Magic Stream card represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this isn't one of them. You can't force inspiration and you can't manufacture creativity, lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in more favorable position. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice again. So for some of you, there's a letting go, for some of you, of a situation that you've been kind of holding on to. Some of you might feel like you're swimming against the current, and that could be in a certain. I see the scissors, and I do think that there's some kind of disappointment. And with the scissors, you think, okay, what do you do with a disappointment? Well, for some of you, this is actually cutting someone out or really cutting the cords to something. And this could be an old dream or an old expectation of yourself. This could be an old relationship, whether it's with a friend or, a lover or somebody you wished you were, wished was your lover. but yeah, like I definitely think that there's kind of like a letting go and just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna let this be, and I know I'm meant to be on this path, and that's okay, and I'm not gonna try to force it or control it or dictate how this is gonna go, okay? And you can't, like it says, I can't make, well, you can't make someone love you, for instance. So for some of you, it's like, I can't make you love me if you don't. I can't make your heart feel something it won't. That's a good song, right? Okay. Or, you know, in terms of like, you know, maybe you can't make, you know, force everything. But that doesn't mean you can't get what you want in other aspects of your life, okay? And I feel like many of you might come to that realization. For some of you, this might be in the family, because the switch can actually talk about family problems in family affairs. And so for some of you, that might be some family stuff that needs to kind of go bye-bye, you know? And for some of you, this might be something else. Let's see. We have the bride. For some of you, might be getting married, or you're really thinking about getting married, or you're trying to call in that long-term person. Let me look here and just see. Yeah, it says this card foretells a happy marriage if the subject is unmarried. If the subject is married, then there will be marriage among his friends. So someone might be getting married in your life. Okay, so for some of you, unfortunately, it might not be you, but it might be somebody that you care about. For some of you, there actually could be like some wedding drama, like Bridezillas or something, or something along that line. Or maybe you're looking at other people and you're feeling kind of like punished that you're not getting married, that you're not getting that happy ending in the sunset. And for some of you, that might be kind of disappointing to watch, because you're like, man, somebody else is getting this, and it seems like I'm not. And again, relax and just let it flow, and understand that you're gonna understand that you have, you're gonna be getting that stuff too eventually. So hard work ahead for some of you. You are going to be working hard on something. Maybe you're creating something. With all that kind of confident energy and stuff, maybe wherever Mars is in your chart, you're going to be kind of more active and kind of fighting for what you want, and, working hard towards those goals. So, if it were in the second house, if Mars, was in Aries in your second house transiting, it would be like, your finances, perhaps, your material success. And the third house, it might be like, communicating more. Gemini, for some of you, that could be it. For some of you, this might be in the fifth house, your hobbies, your creativity. Fourth house would be your family affairs, your home, perhaps moving, or, refurnishing or redoing your house. If it was transiting your sixth house, it might be really taking care of your health, trying to get those type of affairs in order. Maybe it might be work stuff. Seventh house would be partnerships, and maybe business partnerships or other partnerships, or your balance with other people. In the eighth house, it might be with taxes, other people's money. What else? Could be some deep stuff. You might be doing some deep healing, like really motivated to get in do the shadow work, for sure. And then with the ninth house, it might be about travel, or your philosophies in life, your spiritual beliefs, where you think you're headed and going. Same with the 10th house. It can be about career aspirations. So again, look at look at where Mars is transiting, because that's going to be till January. And it might be good to look and see where it's at, what it's going to conjunct, where you're going to be getting that Mars energy. And, oh, by the way, so for 11th houses, this would be more like organizations, perhaps volunteer work, friendships, internet stuff, technology perhaps as well. And then with 12th house, it would be more about repressed subconscious things. Some of you could have more dreams, be acting on subconscious impulses and such like that. Sorry, so I just went through the whole 12 houses really fast at breakneck speed. Of course, I definitely want to look into that more for you guys. I mean, I would definitely encourage you to look. I can't look for it more for you because actually I'm busy. But maybe I could actually, if you message me on Instagram, if you really want to know. But I think that there are a lot of great astrologers out there right now that you could definitely check that out. Heather Eland is a great astrologer, and she does timestamps and all that fun stuff. So anyways, back to this. Some of you are dealing with a fair man, okay? So for those of you that are dealing with a fair man, let's see what the energy is surrounding this person. What is the energy surrounding the fair man? Okay, for some of you, you guys already might be in a relationship with this person. Some of you could be getting married to this person, or you're having just like a generally happy home life, and generally having a stable foundation with this person. Yeah, some of you might be getting married, the Empress. Some of you might be having a child with this person, actually, even. Or this is like specific, so guys, it's not going to be for everybody. I definitely see a happy connection. So if you guys have been having, this is peace. This is pure freaking peace right here. A lot of you that are in a connection, it's gonna stabilize if you haven't already. And generally, it's just forecasted to be a really good time, a really good flow between each other, and a lot of support and feeling admired and feeling loved. Yeah, some of you are married or getting married. Then we also have happiness in October. So again, like I said, with October, there could be something significant. Spirit, for those who are having something happen in October, what could that be for those that are going to experience something in October in this group? What could they be experiencing? We have the Eight of Pentacles, seeing results, working hard. With that hard work ahead, it might be that you're starting to see some results, some forward movement in October. So for some of you, if you're building something, you're working on something, or maybe you've been out of work or things seem like kind of like not going so great, I feel like in October, for many of you, you're going to start to see some forward movement. What else? Anything else for October? Some of you might be having some spiritual insights coming in October for you. Some of you might be reaching some kind of goal or dream or doing some deep inner healing in October. Some of you, by the way, with October and Samhain being over there, some of you might be able to actually connect to the other side or something like that, or get some kind of insights. That's very specific. Let's see. Okay. I think I'll stop now because I've been talking your guys' ear off, and I'm trying to make my readings shorter and more concise. I'm trying to be a good girl who does concise readings and doesn't blabber for 50 years and get dislikes. But anyways, I'm just going to, you know what, I'm like in my personal readings where they turn out to be like an hour long. Not always, by the way, don't expect that, but sometimes they really do. And I'll be like, blah, 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 and ask like 50,000 questions. For those that are in love situations, hold on, I didn't even finish answering that, or asking that. For those of you that are in complicated love situations, for the majority of people who are in complicated love situations, what can they expect over the rest of this year? Because I know not everybody. So for some of you that have complicated love situations here, there's going to be some kind of mastery. And again, that could come in with that, like, it's like maybe you finally get over somebody and you're just like, you know what, I'm awesome, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? Let's see what we've got. Friendship. So some of you might have a friendship that's leading to something a little bit more over the course of this year. So you might meet this person if you haven't already. And new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. For some of you, yeah, you might be moving on to somebody new. And I know some of you will be like, no way, no way, no way. I was going to say no way, Jose, but I said that in the last pile and I feel unoriginal when I do that. But some of you are going to say like, no way, I really am. But I feel like you'll have some kind of spark hit you, and you're going to feel it. And somebody new is going to catch your eye for those of you that have complicated situations. So, you guys, I am wishing you the most blessings ever. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful 2020. The rest of it, flies by, smooth sailing. You know what I mean? So, I was going to say, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, I'm stopping now. I'm so hyper, I don't know what's going on with me. Earlier today, I was like so sleepy. And then now I'm like, ah! Okay, lots of love. Take care, guys. Oh yeah. If you want to have a personal reading with me, that information's all down in the description box below. So all my readings, no matter whether if you get me something off my Amazon wish list or you go to my Etsy store, they're all unlisted private video readings. Okay, so you get like this thing on the even if you get something off of Amazon. Someone the other day, I sent her a video link and she's like, what? I get a video reading? And I'm like, yeah. That's how it works. because I'm not about to type everything up. If you guys know me on Instagram, you know I don't like typing. I'll just voice message you everything. Anyways, for the most part. Anyways, take care, guys. That's if that, it's all down in the description box as I mentioned. So take care and lots of love. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 4 with the peace sign, this is going to be your reading. So let's find out what's going to be happening to you over the course of the rest of the year. So first of all, let's hope you're having some peace. Some inner peace, some outer peace, some harmony. That would be great, right? Okay, let's find out. Well, that's a good start. We have joy. So it seems like a lot of you will be having a lot of joyful moments over the course of the rest of the year. That's for sure. We have the children and the Cupid. 1031. Some of you, that Halloween might be something important for you. Some of you actually, this is not for all of you, but for some of you, you're going to meet somebody on Halloween. Go to those Halloween parties if you're looking for love. We have ask for help from others. Come together. The energy is gaining momentum. Venture. And perspective. Oh, I love this one. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So for some of you, you guys are going to get a totally different perspective as the year progresses. There's new perspectives coming in, and you're going to understand what matters and what really doesn't matter. Some of you might have an experience in which, for some of you, we have owl. It says, good advice from a wise person. For some of you, you're going to meet somebody that has some wisdom and really just, it could be a speaker, it could be a book that you read, it could really come in different formats, but there's definitely somebody that's going to be giving you some kind of advice. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be about your perspective. You're really going to get a look at a different side of life, perhaps. Or maybe some of you will meet somebody who's been through something and you just start to see the world differently. You're like, okay, well, if they can do it, I can do it. For some of you, that's what it's going to be. For some of you, it's just, yeah, it's just going to be some kind of advice that's going to help you greatly. And I feel like a lot of you are going to leave this year with a new perspective on life. And this could be about finding common ground with other people in your life. And again, we have ask for help from others. The angels are telling you to ask for help from other people. So again, you're going to get good advice when you ask, especially if you ask somebody that has the wisdom to answer the question, of course. So if you see somebody wise, don't be shy to reach out and ask something if you need that help. Now, we have venture. And okay, I feel like this is going to work for 2 of you. For some of you, you guys have like maybe a business venture you've been working on or some kind of venture in your life where you've really been trying to put something, into motion. Some of you, it could be a book, or it could be a YouTube channel, or it could be some kind of project you've been working on. I see that you guys are starting to take off and that the energy is gaining momentum, okay? And also with the venture, we have vacation. So some of you are going to get to take a really nice vacation or get out of your area and explore a bit. Let's see. We've got bear, danger, especially in money matters. So some of you may have some money issues popping up. Be careful. Obviously, this is it's always good to see warnings, because then you're like, okay, I can save, I can do this, I can do that, I can be prepared for bad times, and I can make sure that I'm not gonna, spend money unwisely, right? So that's what I always say in my personal readings. Whenever somebody gets like a 6-month forecast or a monthly reading, I'm like, hey, you know what? Something bad's happening, but you know what? We can combat it, or we can try to get around it, or at least if we know, we can deal with it better when it does come around. So for some of you, it might be, you have some like issues with money matters. Be careful who you trust. Again, with this older person, a wise person, maybe there's a financial investment you want to make, and there's somebody that you could actually ask who could help you avoid this danger, right? For others of you, it's like you might be discovering somebody like, oh, who is that dude that, there's that guy that, does the money stuff. Oh gosh, I can't think of what his name is. But he's like all about hardcore saving and paying off debt. Again, some of you might be trying to pay off debt. And, again, that one of the ways that you could combat that is perhaps by, don't be afraid to make calls and try to see about getting lower payments. Don't be afraid to save a little bit, or try to find a way to budget, okay? And then, as well, for some of you, maybe a specific message. We're going to have a Mercury retrograde in October again. So whenever Mercury retrograde comes around, I wouldn't say don't buy anything, but just be careful with what you buy. It's not always the best time for big purchases, and I can say that from experience. I've bought a laptop and a car during that time, and I wasn't happy with either thing. In fact, with the car, I had traded it back in and lost $1,000. So, you know what I mean? Just be careful, you know, when you're looking at that you're not spending a big sum of money, and then you're like, you're going to regret it. Just, it's not to say, like, don't buy it or don't do it. It's just be careful, you know what I mean? Take the extra precautions in that. And maybe you need a second person that will assist you in that. Because some of us have to buy it. Like when I had to buy my laptop, well, sorry, I had to buy one because my kids spilled Pepsi all over mine. And I was a student, and I still was a student, and I had to like write a lot of papers. So I had to have a laptop. There was no choice. So obviously, you know, those purchases come up. And we're still in a Mercury retrograde right now, but that should be that's dissipating soon. So, but we'll have another one in October. So, sorry for the financial talk. We have celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So I see a lot of you are going to have some fun coming up. With that 1031, I can't help but see that some of you might be struck by Cupid during Halloween season. Okay? Yeah. And some of you, it could be a party. For others of you, let's see. I see some new love for some of you with the children and the Cupid. So some of you might be coming together with somebody or renewing something as well. For some of you, this could be somebody from your past coming back, somebody that you knew from a child, you know, from childhood. But for some of you, this might be an all new person. Okay. And then we have Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So some of you really are going through, you know, that metamorphosis, I suppose you could say. And you have some changes coming towards you. We have the energies gaining momentum. So it's like there are changes coming towards you. I'm going to go ahead and take some tarot. And let's find out where these changes are headed. What change is coming for those that chose pile number 4, Spirit? What is the change coming? Woo! 3 of Swords and the Magician. Power over heartbreak. So for some of you, you might be in a sad place. Well, no, that's not going to last because you're going to definitely get over that. Some of you might be manifesting a new connection into your life. Yep, and you're going to have some victory. You're manifesting success, I feel like. Where there's been previous heartbreak, whether it was, you know, maybe a lost job or hard times, a relationship issue, I see you guys manifesting positive change into your life, where you're going to be victorious in some kind of way. Let's see. What else do I want to... For those of you that are going to be getting new love, tell me about that, Spirit. For those that are getting new love coming in, tell me about that. So those of you that are single and are looking for new love, we got the Queen of Pentacles. This says to me that you guys are in a pretty stable emotional place. You're in a pretty stable financial place as well, too, probably, even though you have some money matter issues. I really feel like that's more about, you know, precautions to take, you know, in terms of investments or in terms of other things. But I feel like a lot of you have a lot of self-worth. You're feeling pretty confident. You know, Queen of Pentacles, you know, is a very steady feminine energy. Earth is feminine. And some of this, for some of you, it might be a woman. We have Death. Oh my gosh, that does really make me think it's going to be on Halloween for some. Or you guys are going to spend time on Halloween with this person. Let's see. Now, that's interesting about Death, because Death can talk about very, actually, look at this. I'm going to pull out this book. And for some of you, this might be a useful book for you if you're a reader. This is a super old book, and it's called The Lover's Tarot. It's super old. It's from 1992. But I think this was printed in 2003. I don't use the deck very often because I don't identify with it, but it's an old one. But I love the book, and it's got some great love meanings. But let's look at this Death. It says, death embodies the concept of change, transition, and regeneration, a chilling and implacable figure. Death's presence is an inescapable phase of life cycle. His skeletal appearance is a stark reminder of our physical mortality. Death is linked with the universal archetype of the Dark Mother, who devours her children without remorse or pity. Wow, that sounds dark. But it also rules sexual passion. And look at this. The potential for transformation is inherent in this relationship. It is all-consuming and at times may appear to threaten everything else in your life. Death promises great light and transcendence, but does not grant these gifts lightly or swiftly. The Greek myth of the goddess Persephone, bride of Hades, throws light on your relationship now. It tells the story of transformation of an innocent maiden into the mistress of death and magic, which Persephone, as queen of the underworld, came to personify. Similarly, although you may resist at first, this love affair spells the end of your naivety and will irrevocably change your attitudes towards love. Your relationship can never be a flirtatious or superficial one. It may even, at its most luminous and loving, prove painful. You may share trauma, dark days when nothing seems right, nothing goes well. Your shared suffering will, in the end, strengthen the bonds between you. This association is truly for the better, for worse, in sickness and in health. So for some of you, again, you might have dealt with this energy, or you're repairing this energy. Now take it as it resonates. For some of you, it's like you've been to hell and back with this person, but you know you guys are in it for the long haul. And for some of you, you might be seeing a renewal in your connection. For others of you, it says a brand new life waits in the wings, right? A new person. And that's what I feel like a lot of you are going. Maybe you guys have been through hell in the past, and you're finally at this place where you're like, okay, I'm ready for like something stable. I'm ready for something good. I've worked on myself. I have a lot of self-worth. I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit, and you know what I mean. You might have had some milestones in your life recently, and you're ready, you know, for a new phase. The moon. So this could be someone mysterious. This is also could be a very spiritual connection. Let's see. The moon and death. There could be a little bit of confusion regarding this connection at first, though. I will say for some of you, that's possible. You guys might meet at night as well. I really feel like some of you might meet this person on Halloween. Like at a party or something like that. There could be some like moon Pluto synastry. Very intense for some of you. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me put those back. Let's see. What else can we look into for you guys? Oh, we didn't look at the Come Together card. Let's look at that really fast. I forgot. I almost skipped over that card completely. Wow. See, Mercury retrograde. Love needs to be expressed. Drawing the Come Together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all forms of its expression. Romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or a spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its stance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is a time for harmonious, caring partnerships. Wow, I love it. So you guys are calling in love, and like I said, if you've had a rocky relationship, or even for those of you who haven't, again, this is a general reading. Love is, you know, you guys are coming together. You're repairing things. You are, even with maybe people outside of your, you know, your circle. You know what I mean? Or maybe like not outside of your circle, outside of your love, you know, romantic stuff, like your familial family, like family members and like, you know, friends. I see repairing and coming together. And again, like with that caterpillar, you might be going through some big changes yourself. And I feel like you're going to come out on the other side, you know, feeling pretty good. Because I feel like some of you have been through some dark stuff. Okay, one last card, Spirit. What? I forgot to do this for 2 and 3. Oops. What is pile number 4? Whoop. Oh my god. We have listen to your inner compass. And we've got, you are in co-creation with the universe. So remember, you're manifesting. And yeah, I feel like a lot of you are manifesting joy. And as long as you follow that inner voice and you just keep going towards, you know, what your gut's telling you. And you're making sure, look at that as well. Look what I got. You are capable of magical creation. Remember, yeah, you can accomplish anything when you're, when you're manifesting and you're following that, what feels right and what feels, you know, wrong, and you're going with what feels right. You guys are going to be, oh, look at that on the bottom. Allow yourself to connect with what you're passionate about. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's super romantic looking. Yeah, some of you guys might have a little romance coming towards you. I hope for most of you that's the case, especially if you guys are looking for that. I really wish that blessing on you, okay? So, I am wishing you all a wonderful rest of your 2020. Thank you guys for being supportive of me. I really hope that this inspires you, it helps you, it encourages you, and you know, I'm just wishing you all the very, very best, okay? So, lots of love. And if you want a personal reading, all that information is down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading. And then as well, there's my Amazon wish list. And like I always mention, you know, anybody who gets something off my Amazon wish list always gets a reading as a thank you. And all my readings, even Amazon wish list readings, are all private, unlisted videos. So I actually, well, I said this in pile number 3, but I had somebody message me. I messaged them their reading and the link to their reading, and they're like, "What? I didn't realize this was a video." It was going to be a video. Yeah, it sure is. I'm a lazy typer. I'm not about to type all that stuff up. So, and I like to just talk to people. So, anyways, that's your options if you want to do that, you know. But anyways, nevertheless, wishing you lots of love. Like, subscribe if you want, and if you want to see my videos pop up, notification bell. It sometimes works. Sometimes it doesn't. I have a few channels I watch, and like I have notifications on for like almost every channel I'm subscribed to, and I do not get all of them, so whatever, YouTube. But you know, you can try. Anyways, guys, like I said, lots of blessings, lots of love. Take care, and see you next time.